Today on 3D Outdoors, we're going to be reviewing the Glenlivet 12-year-old Scotch whiskey right after this. All right, not only is this the 12-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey, but it's the Jamaica Edition Treasure Beach, and it's a rum cask selection. So I'm going to say that it was aged in rum casks, which could make this rather interesting. Every time I hear Glenlivet, I think of the movie The Mummy. Now they use a generic term, Glen something or other, in the movie where they find a bottle in one of the guy's bags. But I always think of the Glenlivet when I hear them say that phrase, which is kind of funny. My daughter would probably agree with me, one of her favorite movies. Let's get this out of the box here. Very nice. I like the display on there, 1824 in the gold on the front there. Very similar to the box. The box has a head on it that is George Smith, established 1824, so that's why that's on there. And the 1824 in the front of the bottle has his picture down at the bottom in the Jamaica Edition. So very good points for presentation coming in the box, and then the nice bottle as well. Let's get this opened up. You can have the best looking packaging in the world, but if the flavor isn't on, well, then it's not any good, is it? So let's get this opened up. A lot of times Dave, who you've seen on the channel, in the fall, he and I, when the temperatures get cooler, will comment to each other, it's time for Scotch season. You know, I really enjoy my bourbons, as you know, but it just, when it gets cooler outside, I like a nice Scotch. So let's open this up. Nice cork pop. That looks like real cork, not even synthetic, from the looks of it anyway, with a plastic cap that it's embedded in. Give a pour here. Set that down there. All right. Has a little bit of color in it for a 12-year-old. You know, Scotches are usually way lighter than bourbons, but it has some color. Let's get a swirl going here so we can nose it a little bit, see what the aromas are. That is interesting. I would say banana. I mean, it's a Scotch, but it came out of rum cask the way it looks, so I'm going to say some banana. They do have a flavor wheel in the back of here, and it has a high rating of fruity, so I guess I'm on board there. They've got a little bit of floral, vanilla, I would definitely agree with, some toffee, a little bit of spice, and a little bit of raisin. And on the palate it says fruity sweet flavor notes of juicy pineapple, complemented by a rich vanilla and toffee. But yeah, fruity, like I said, right away I picked up some bananas on it, maybe a little bit of apple. But yeah, I would have to agree with them. And there's definitely some vanilla in there. Well, let's see on the taste what we get. I think on the taste I got a little bit of the raisin, that they have a very low note of the raisin on there, but finish, velvety caramel, smooth finish. It is smooth. On the palate, fruity sweet flavors, notes of juicy pineapple. You got to try to get that pineapple. Okay. I don't know if I would have picked out pineapple per se if I hadn't read it on the box, but there is a little bit of that, you know, when you eat fresh pineapple, you get a little bit of the sour twang from the pineapple and then a little bit of the sweetness. I'm getting the sweetness and there is a little bit of tang there. So I guess I could understand how that would be related to pineapple. It's not all that viscous. You know, sometimes with scotches or bourbons, you can get kind of that thick mouthfeel. This doesn't have this. This is more brighter and thinner on the palate. So, all right, I guess I can understand that. So, overall rating on this. How would I rate this? Let's go 0 to 100. I think that's, if I had my bourbon book over here, that's what it would go at. The presentation, it would get all the points for presentation. Awesome looking bottle. Having this on the shelf would look amazing up there, whether you had it in the bottle or on the box. But again, you're not buying these per se for display value, although looking at it helps with the experience. It's got the bright colors for Jamaica and whatnot on the bottom to make you think of that type of an environment. It's a nice looking, nice smelling Scotch. There's a little bit of the leather that you expect with the Scotch. I always get leathers on Scotch, always, seems like. And I think that's because of the grain that they use. You know, they don't use corn like here in America. It's all barley. So yeah, I'm getting the Scotch notes, and I can definitely tell it's been finished in the rum cask. And the flavors are good, but I'm not going to run out and buy another bottle. I'm not being rude. It's definitely a drinker, won't have any problem taking care of the bottle over time, so it was not a wasted investment, but I'm not going to go out and buy another bottle right away either. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to review this today. I just picked this up yesterday, and I seen it at, go figure, Costco. Although it's not a Costco pick, so no fault to Costco's. They just happen to have a couple cases or whatever sitting on the shelf of this. And I thought, you know, that looks really interesting. I should give it a try. I feel like Scotch right now, cooler temperatures, so I'm going to do that. So I picked it up. But I'm not going to run right back out and get it. I think it was $59 or $69, so not crazy expensive, so not a bad price point per se, but I think my overall rating, 1 to 100, I'm going to give it an 82, an 83 maybe. I know you're going to say, well, that's a little bit low. You know, you want stuff that's up higher. I'm going to say 82. I'm right in that 82 range. Definitely a decent drinker, but nothing that's knocking my socks off by any means, that's for sure. So I'm going to go with an 82 on it. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the rest of this. If I change my mind in the rest of this glass here while I'm sitting back, I'll probably go out in the shop and finish watching a movie that I had running out there. If it changes my mind, I'll definitely put some notations down below. But I think I'm going to go with an 82. If you've had the Glenlivet 12 in the Jamaica edition or in the regular edition too, drop some notes down below. Let me know your thoughts on that. And maybe I just need to get the regular 12. I think I probably actually have the regular 12 back here somewhere. If I dug through, this is the Scotch shelf right here. If I dug through there, I might find a Glenlivet 12. Maybe it's open, maybe it's not. But if you've had it, drop your notes down below. Let me know what you think. And we'll go enjoy the rest of this. This is Dan with 3D Outdoors, reminding you to get into the outdoors and enjoy everything it has to offer. If you like this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and you can always follow us over at our website, 3d-outdoors.com. We put everything together there. See you next time.